Hi, this is Richard L. Wren again, talking to you today about successfully getting your book edited and proofread, which are two very important things. They're very well covered in my booklet. In the previous section of the video, I suggested that you don't buy my booklet because I was going to give it to you free in a series of videos. This is one of those series. We're talking today about getting your book successfully onto Amazon or Barnes & Noble. Well done, finished book that people will want to read, not find a lot of errors and mistakes in. One of the ways you can do that is to find somebody to proofread the book for you for zero cost or perhaps next to nothing. Some of the people that are really well qualified for this are retired English teachers, and there's lots of them around. I have two that do this for me. Both of them have said that just in return for the thrill of being the first one to read my finished book, they get a kick out of doing it for nothing, and they're good. One of them is particularly good at not only proofreading, but editing. She edits the book for content, makes sure that I haven't repeated myself a number of places or put somebody who's a blonde in the first page as a redhead several pages later. You need someone to do that because that's very important. So it's very important, and it's a very easy way to get the job done, well done, for free. But suppose you can't find that teacher, or suppose they want to charge you more than you can afford in order to get that done. Then there are some ways you can do it yourself. They claim that an author can't edit or proofread his own book, but you can. Editing is more difficult because that's more of a comprehensive picture. You have to have an idea of what's going on and what relates to what. Proofreading you can do yourself. One of the problems with proofreading is that the author gets wrapped up in the book, and as you read quickly, you read right over any mistakes that you've made. One way to get around that is to trick yourself, and that is to take a section of the book, say take your first page, your first chapter, take the first paragraph, blow it up as large as you can on your computer, and then until you have maybe just 4 or 5 or 6 lines showing. Then proofread those 4 or 5 or 6 lines. You are not going to be distracted by the story because you're just looking at such a small section of it at one time. That's a successful way. You will see the errors and mistakes that leap out at you. Another way to do it is to print your booklet out, or print your book out, and take a piece of cardboard, the same size as the piece of your page, but maybe only 3 or 4 inches wide or high, and place that on the page so that there's only 4 or 5 lines showing at a time. As you slide that cardboard down and expose 3 or 4 or 5 lines and proofread those, you'll be able to do it again, ignore the parts of the story that might distract you from seeing any mistakes and errors. Another way to do it that's worked very well for me is by using CreateSpace, which is a division of Amazon. I can actually get 4 or 5 copies of my book printed, all the errors and everything in it that I may have left in, and then give those 4 or 5 books to people that I know are good readers who enjoy reading, and let them go through it and encourage them to correct any errors or make any suggestions that they want to as far as the book is concerned. I encourage them to be hard-nosed about it because I want the truth. I want them to tell me if something doesn't make sense or does make sense. These are ideas that really work. And they allow you, if you have no cash, no capital, and want to get the book reasonably well done and on Amazon, you can do it with very few errors, using your own time, your own method, your own devices. And I suggest you give them a try. This is Richard L. Wren. Tune in again for the next section. Are you still here? I hope you are, because I've got another idea I kind of forgot about for a moment or two. Something that's really worked for me. Somewhere near where you live, there's got to be a whole bunch of book clubs. People that get together and read books. Sometimes they're classics and sometimes they're not. But if they're reading books like you're writing, and you go to them with your book and say, I'd love to donate a few books to you guys, let you read them, review them, and then be merciless with me. Give me some really good feedback on the book. I think this would be a great way. These people like to read, they read a lot, They read so much that they're quasi-experts as far as giving you feedback and so on is concerned, and what they like and don't like in a book. This would probably work for you, particularly if you're having trouble finding a retired teacher. Here's another source, and there are lots and lots and lots of these book clubs around. Hope this idea works for you.